We're back at Chin Farms today. Got Millie back here to help us out, and Connor. Couple projects today. We're going to put on the Polaris front bumper extension and the soft upper doors, hopefully. So we're going to start with a bumper. So we've already got all the parts laid out. You got both the bumper extensions, the bungs, the bolts, and if some of us are smart enough to do it, the instructions, but yeah, reading's not our forte, so we'll just wing it and see what happens. Instructions say, because Millie read them to us, because Connor and I can't, to loosely put the bungs in each side. Getting that to start. Okay, so we've got that done. Now, we've got to remove the end caps off of each end of the bumper. And have to get something to pry that out of there with. Does that get it? You want to get a screwdriver?
Yeah, I think I can get it.
Huh?
I think I can get it.
Perfect. The instructions say that those will not be reused. So once you have the bungs loosely installed, making sure you have these on the right sides, obviously. Slide them in where you took out the plastic retainer, line the top up, get those started. Is it those or these? Again, leave those loose.
Go find the right screws, obviously.
So we'll just leave everything loose, everything started. And these go up through here into the bottom. Just get them started so they're a little bit loose. here we got the entire bumper extension all put on. The instructions say to torque everything to specs. Who does that? Anyway, on to the upper doors. So we got, these are the Polaris upper doors. We got all the parts laid out, verified that we have all the parts that we need. We're definitely in trouble now because only one of us that can read's Millie, and she went in the house. So you have to start out by removing the entire interior door panel. So we're going to get cranking on that. Okay, so we got the inner door panel off. We have 3 brackets. They are side specific that have to go in. The front bracket here, you simply have to take off the hinge bolts, put the bracket in, put the hinge bolts back in, and then it also requires, which is not going to be an easy thing to get my fat hands in there, bolt with nut and washer on the back. And it is a locking nut, so as we all know, tightening it up is going to be fun. It's a nylock nut. Once we get it started, we'll go back and tighten it all up in a little bit. Got it started. Okay, the center bracket for the door. Again, they are side specific. On the center bracket, you want to basically, this piece hangs over here, this piece hangs over here, this lines up with that hole. One of the things that we discovered is there's enough play there. If you push it back, it'll drop right in. This is already pre-threaded, therefore all you gotta do is start that and we'll tighten that up. The back bracket is this one. Again, side specific. It goes right here. One thing we did discover, if you take this out, that's what bolts the outer door panel. That leaves you enough flex to easily drop that down in there. Then start your bolts. So we'll get these all tightened up. Then we'll come back with the next step, which is going to be the nail biting part of drilling holes in the top of a new door. Sorry, it might be a little loud, got the heat running. It's cold in northeast Missouri. Okay, so the next step here is to drill the holes in the top of the door. In the instructions, it actually has you drill the holes first before you put the brackets in. We decided we'd rather put the brackets in to make sure we're drilling the holes in the right spot. One thing that appears to be a little confusing in their instructions, they have templates in the back for all the places to drill your holes. Obviously these doors are specific to the general, but for some reason they have many more templates than what you need. So going back through here, it says to use templates 9, 10, and 11. For some reason, Polaris has in the instructions template 13, template 12. So you're actually just going to be using the small template number 9 left hand, small template number 9 right hand, and then on the back page there's templates 10 and 11 left hand and right hand. Why they have all these other templates in here for doors is beyond me, so that's just something to watch for. Okay, so we have all of our templates cut out in place. I will say we did a little Kentucky Engineering eyeballing as well. Some of these brackets that we didn't feel lined up exactly the way the templates, we adjusted a little bit, so I guess we're going to poke some holes in these brand new 23 doors and see what happens. one little quick tip that we've learned. When you install this front bracket, these two bolts obviously are your door hinge. So behind this, these are slotted, this is slotted, all to be able to adjust your door. The trick here is getting your door readjusted light and still keeping this all lined up. Our solution, simply drop a punch down in through the drilled hole into the bracket, so it keeps the hole and the bracket lined up as you readjust your door to get your door all lined back up. Okay, next little tip that we discovered just from our experience. Before you put the interior door panel on, we actually went back and left all three of these brackets a little loose because they do have just a little bit of play in them. And so then as we slid the upper door in, the posts, it gave these just a little bit of play to make sure that everything was lined up well. Once we got that done, the door in place, then went back and tightened all these up. So we've got to reinstall the interior door panel yet, but as you can see, door closes good, upper door's on. We still do have the filler panels here to do, and maybe a little bit of adjusting on them to get them to seal up better. But there you go. So the other side basically is rinse and repeat. So there you go, is the Polaris upper front bumper extensions and soft doors on Connor's 23XP. Don't forget to tune back in. We've started working on the overhead console and the headliner and the hussy. Probably have the first part of the video out in a week or so. Remember to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.